Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards.
Welcome to another episode of Chattin With Chelsea. I'm your daytime bestie, Chelsea Edwards. If your method for cooking steaks is to grab whatever's on sale and hope for the best, and then you use that same method for selecting and taking care of your houseplants, this is the show for you, all right? We are going to refresh your steak cooking skills, and we're going to refresh your home with the right houseplants for the job. And to help us with that, we got Chris Culp, owner of Tall Plants. I love the name, but I feel misled. You have more than tall plants, Chris.
We do. Yes, absolutely.
And y'all have been in the business for a very long time.
Yeah, we opened in 1977.
Wow. Okay, so sounds like we got the right guy for the job. So we're into the new year. People may want to mix it up. Maybe they want to add to their house plant nursery at home. What do we do? Because a lot of people are, thinking about health, thinking about clean air. If we want to refresh the air in our homes, what is your recommendation?
So really, if you want to put an indoor plant inside, you really want to find the right plant for the right spot. You want to take a look at, the lighting, make sure that fits the plant that you want. You might be able to pick one out, but it might not be right for the lighting you have. But that's going to be the key. The watering's another thing that's easy.
That's okay, all right. So let's start there. If we have, let's say, a medium light, is that what do y'all call that?
Yeah, medium light. I mean, medium light is if you could read a book on a bright sunny day at a minimum with the light turned off in that room. So if that's a good starting point.
Okay, all right. So let's say we're working with some medium light. What plant do you recommend for that?
So with medium light, I mean, some of the easiest ones that we do sell, the aglaonema of the Chinese evergreen, which is a great one. That's this one right here.
Okay.
Fantastic plant for inside. Low maintenance too. Watering's maybe about once every 2 to 3 weeks, something like that.
Ooh.
So easy indoor plant.
And what about this gal over here?
So that's a great one. Another one for medium light. And when you say medium light, it could be medium to high. So medium's kind of the bottom end of what lighting requirements they would need.
Got it.
That's a Kentia palm, great indoor plant. Grows very slow. Watering might be a little bit more than that aglaonema, which is probably going to be in the week to 2 week period. Indoors.
Okay, all right. We can work with both of these pretty good. Now, what is this beauty?
So that's actually one of my favorites. That's a Hindu rope is the name of it, or another name is a Hoya compacta. It's in the Hoya family. Very slow growing plant, but really cool. It kind of looks like tortellini, so it has its own little look.
I love it.
One other cool thing is it does bloom from time to time if you have it in the right lighting situation.
Oh, wow.
It can get a bloom. Another name for those is a wax plant, so that bloom does come out and looks like wax blooms, so it's actually pretty cool.
I love that. This would add a variety, mix it up a little bit if you want to change up your scenery inside. Now, let's say we want to add some color. We're going 2026, I'm all about the color. What's your recommendation?
Perfect. So one right here, a perfect example of it for an indoor plant that, there's not many things that bloom or have a ton of color, so you opt for these, which is a bromeliad. Bromeliad, you'll get temporary color out of them, use them in the place of cut flowers. Where these, you're going to get 2 or 3 months out of them, if not longer, where cut flowers are thrown away in 2 days. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah, okay, I love that. That's a good gift idea too, because I've been mulling over that lately, especially Valentine's and all that. Do we want to give cut flowers to everybody?
No, you give one of these.
We can mix it up. Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, and what would this one be good for?
So this one actually is one that would like brighter light. I mean, brighter light on these, you'd get bigger leaves coming out, which is what everybody wants. You get nice long runners out of them, but good indirect light. Doesn't have to be direct, but good indirect inside would give you those nice full leaves. That's a Swiss cheese plant, fantastic item for inside. We do sell a lot of them. We carry them that size all the way up to huge ones on totem poles that are up to 8 foot tall.
What? So 8 feet tall?
Yeah,
okay, so if you want something that's gonna grow all the way down, a staircase or whatever,
absolutely.
Then we can mix it up with that. I like that decorating with plants, Chris.
Yes.
Okay, so I do have one of these. It does not look at all like this. Only because this is so green. So does that mean that mine probably needs some more light, maybe?
So that could be part of it. So it's a few things that you want to look at. I mean, if you're getting yellow leaves on, that could be either a watering issue, either too much water or not enough water. But the number one thing you want to watch for is a pest or a bug that could get on there that definitely could change the leaf, the leaf color, like spider mite or scale or these things that can get on a lot of these indoor house plants.
Okay, so I got a checklist to go down and see what I'm doing wrong. but absolutely gorgeous. And then I got to point out a tall plant that you actually brought.
Yes.
All right. What's the recommendation with this one?
So indoor lighting on that is, out of everything that we brought today, that will tolerate the least amount of light of anything that we carry. So that one inside, and it's actually one of the easiest plants too. So you can use it in pretty much any location inside the house, and watering on that's not going to be once every 2 to 3 weeks indoors. So very, very easy plant. Neglect it. That's the way to keep it alive.
Okay. I know we got some more tips from you, especially when it comes to taking care of those plants we don't want to die.
Sure.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back after this. All right. When it comes to refreshing our homes, we can do that with plants, but we also have to refresh our plants sometimes, right, Chris?
Absolutely.
Okay, so over at Tall Plants, you also have this. What is this fern called?
So this is actually a staghorn fern, one of my favorites.
Okay, so this is something, if people want to get creative, they can actually mount this on the wall.
Correct. Yeah, hence the name staghorn fern. So it's kind of like a mounted deer head. You can put it up on a wall. Awesome plant, and it has, resembles the horns of a staghorn, or a stag.
So cool. I mean, if you definitely want to make a statement, go ahead and get you a fern. Okay, a staghorn fern. What makes the fern though? So
with these, I mean, it's a whole category of type of plant. There are some that will do well inside that'll, like staghorns, that won't shed, but there's a lot of other ferns that can be a little more difficult. The main thing is they need to be in a bright spot. And then keep them a little more on the wet side. Don't let them go too dry, but that's going to be the real characteristics of that type.
Got it. And then if we see little pieces, I never know what to do with my plants when, you have little spots like this. What do you call, is it just like a little dry spot or something like that?
Dry spot or natural blemish, of a plant.
Okay. So do I just slice it off, or what am I supposed to do?
So what you want to do is kind of take it back to really as much of a normal shape as it has without cutting across. So most times you don't want to just block it off straight across. Mm-hmm. You want to kind of come around and give it more of that natural shape of what the existing plant already has. With trimming back those things, because these plants will get normal things here and there. There's no such thing as a perfect plant. Even in nature, you see them, they all have brown leaves or something going on with them. So cleaning them up like that will make it look better, aesthetically pleasing from afar, to get rid of any of those brown edges or marks. Okay,
so don't panic. Don't throw the whole plant away. You can just refresh it, trim it up a little bit.
That's correct.
Okay, so if we are seeing whole yellow leaves, now you mentioned this when we were talking about my Swiss cheese plant.
Yes.
Working through that list, where would we start? Would we start with adjusting the watering?
You could. So you want to kind of go through it. A lot of the indoor plants, you want to make sure that they're drying out between watering. So if you go to touch them and they're moist, let them go another week without watering. That way you kind of get that balance. You do want that natural drying situation to happen between waterings, and you want to make sure that it's not filling up with water in the bottom of that base and just flying over to the top. So that's the key.
Okay, all right. So check the watering. I'll start there.
Yes.
And then do I need to repot it? How often should we be repotting the plants? Because people think refresh, let's get some new gear. Yeah. Should we switch out the pots as well?
You should. And most people think that, hey, we put it into a bigger pot, the plant's going to grow a whole lot more, but that's not really the case for the indoor plants. Leaving them in the existing containers and simply setting them into something decorative is the way to do it. I mean, it'd be years. Most of these plants are fine in these pots for years. That's a misconception. Most people think we're going to replant it and it's going to grow huge like Jack and the Beanstalk.
Right, no. Exactly. That's not right. Okay.
No. So leave them in there. I mean, the only time you need to really have to repot them is if the roots are bowing that pot loose, or it's so full you can't stick your finger into the soil. That's going to be a good rule of thumb to go off of that for that.
Okay, good. All right. Anything else we should keep in mind if we want to refresh our plants, give them a fresh start?
Yeah, absolutely. So fertilizing does help. So you can do that. If you're losing green within the leaves, sometimes the water that we put in there doesn't have the right nutrients. So you want to add that to there every so often. But that's, depending on what you use, every week to 6 months, depending on what variety of fertilizer you might use. But every now and then trim them back too. So for instance, if they get really long, you want to go through there and trim those back just to kind of clean it up. So if they're hanging over a ledge and you don't like it, just feel free to go ahead and cut them back.
That is a good pot. That's a nice heavy pot. Okay.
Right. So in most cases, like on these vining plants, you want to find the nodes cut just between that. just a clean cut right there.
Right between the nodes.
Right there, and then wherever you cut it, it will generally grow back out, and you'll have that as long as it's getting the adequate light that the plant needs.
Okay, and then with this, is this how people make those separate plants? Like
yeah, absolutely. So you would take that, you can get a you can actually grow that out. You can put it in water. Some people do, root them out, get a root stimulator that'll help produce the roots, and then you can go ahead and put it into some soil down the road.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah,
we can have babies. Nice. Okay, and then something like this, much thicker. I don't feel like my office scissors are going to work on this one.
Right, and that's another one too. So if you want to cut that, you would actually cut, and on the Dracaenas, which that's in the family of, you can pretty much cut them anywhere you like. So just come straight across the top on any one of those heads, and that'll be fine. They'll grow back out in that spot as well.
Okay, great. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, now I got to get a plant from you. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you for coming from Tall Plants with all the expertise. I know people can catch you at the Houston Home and Garden Show as well. So you guys can go to HoustonHomeandGardenShow.com.
Correct.
And find Chris with all the tips.
Right. Okay. That's right. We'll be there.
All right. We got some more tips for you coming up on getting the perfect steak. Okay. Don't overcook it. We're going to fix those skills when we come back. Eat a whole lot of steak, but when I do, I want it to be right. And that usually means for me going out to eat. So we got the guys from Fieldings here, Carrie Attar and Chef Adele in the building, because you guys are actually gonna show me how to cook this properly at home if I do want to munch on some steak at home. Okay.
Yes,
okay. So let's start with making the selection of the meat. Okay, that's the first step, right? When we go to the store.
Everybody's different. Everybody has different tastes. So it's very subjective, right?
Okay. All right. Good to know.
But what you're looking for? You're looking for something that's a little bit on the thicker side, so it doesn't overcook very quickly.
Okay. I mean, this definitely looks thick. It looks like we got a dinosaur chunk right here going on.
We have a few examples of steak that we actually served at Fielding Steak.
All
we have a New York strip, ribeye. This is a kind of on the lower hand cut, but it's kind of the chef's favorite. It's called a bavette steak.
A what?
Bavette.
Bavette steak.
Yeah,
okay,
it's a French word, but also known as it's a sirloin.
Okay.
Yeah. Right here in the middle, we have a beef tenderloin, a fillet.
Okay.
And that big one right here with the bone, that dinosaur, it's a 35-ounce cowboy ribeye.
Oh, 35 ounces.
It's good for two people.
Good. Okay, good to know. We're
Texas
sharing.
favorite.
Yes, we love a ribeye.
And last but not least, right here, it's our dry age ribeye that we dry age over 5 weeks in our dry age chamber at the restaurant.
Okay, so if we are maybe on a budget, which of these would be the most likely that we should get?
On a budget, I will go with the sirloin, the bavette.
Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
Which is a really great cut of beef, and it's very underused.
Okay. All right. We just need the right technique to make sure that we cook it properly.
We do.
Now, what does it mean when I see a lot of the marbling, as you say?
Right.
Okay. Is that a good thing?
The marbling is it's basically the fat content that the juicier your steak will end up to be, and tastier as well.
Okay, so
because
fat
is taste.
Fat is taste.
Yes.
Oh, no wonder I'm so excited. Let me stop. Okay, so we basically just need to select based on our budget, based on how much fat is on there, and then we're good to go?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And then I'm guessing we're just heating the pan up.
We're heating the pan. It's starting to smoke right now. I'm just gonna turn it up because you wanna start at high temperature. So to get a very good sear to seal the juices in.
Okay.
And the caramelization.
So we're talking like high all the way up?
You want to start on the high side.
Okay.
Yes. And it's kind of same thing when you do on the grill outside for for barbecue in the summer. You want to have one side very hot of your grill and then another side a little bit a lower temperature. So you can finish it up at temperature that you want.
Very good to know. Okay. So we're going to start it high, but we're not keeping it high the whole time.
I'm going to choose I'm going to go with the dry age.
Okay, let's do it. Let's spend that money, baby. All right.
That's it.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to reach out on this side.
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Yep.
come on over. Now, do we have, it looks like some kind of oil, a little bit of oil? Or
Yeah, I'm
something
going to start with the oil. You don't want to start with butter because the butter will burn
okay.
at a high temperature.
Okay.
So here I'm using it's actually a Portuguese olive oil.
Fancy.
And that's the
fancy.
oil we use in the restaurant for our salads, for cooking. It's a biodynamic olive oil, no machine processing at all done by hand.
Ah,
Yeah.
very nice.
It's from my parents' country, actually. My parents are from Portugal.
Beautiful. Chef, you were so international and I love it. Isn't he single?
He is single.
Is he?
He is single.
Let him know.
So seasoning is very important.
He's
so
like,
you
change the subject.
Yeah,
Okay.
you want to be.
So what Adele's doing right here is, and the biggest tip we can give you, regardless if you're doing a high quality or medium quality, or it's just you on Tuesday night and you're doing burgers, you've got to really season the meat well.
Really season on the outside.
You got to really season it up.
Okay.
Yeah, and
okay.
you want to do that right before you cook it. So I have a pan very hot. Now you can see it's
See
smoking.
the smoking? It's nice and gentle.
Right. And then you can hear the sear. Can they hear the sear?
I think they can hear the sear.
Yeah.
Everybody should hear the sear.
Can they
Put our
smell
mic
it?
a little closer. Yeah.
Can they smell it?
I wish it was smell-o-vision where
That's it.
they can get all of
I
this.
love that.
It smells
I mean,
so
if Willy
good.
Wonka has it, we need it.
Right. Let's bring that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long do we need to let it sear on this side?
Well, that depends on how you like your steak.
Ah,
to be cooked.
okay.
But about 2 minutes on the first side. Then you
Okay.
want to flip it, depending on the temperature you're looking for. If it's rare, medium rare, well done, which I'm not.
I was gonna
I'm not
say,
recommending, but
well done is a curse word probably.
You know, I mean, what we see is the most ordered temperature is medium.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
That's how I like
but
mine.
people do like well done, and we will absolutely cook it well done.
Okay.
No problem.
But when you do it well done, aren't you losing some of that juiciness?
You are. You're losing some of the juicy. The texture will become harder. It will become harder to cut, harder to chew, and you'll lose nutritional value as well.
Ah, dang it. All right.
Thank you, Carrie.
We'll try to convert
welcome, Chef.
Yeah, he didn't want to get mad at the people out there who wanted it well. So if they do want it well done, how long are we cooking it on that first side? Is it still?
so if you want it well done, you might want to turn the heat level down. For a steak this size, 6-8 minutes on each side for
Okay.
well done,
Okay,
minimum. But so
I'm gonna flip it.
okay, I'm gonna flip
out?
it. Yeah,
Okay.
let me be on this side.
So one thing to
Beautiful.
know,
Okay.
this segment's
So-
about how to cook. You'll notice he's not moving the steak around a lot. He's letting it be in one spot. He's not playing
I'm not
with
shaking it. The more you move the pan, the more the temperature drops.
Let it
be.
cook.
That's it.
Okay.
Let
So
it
here, because I like my steak medium rare, I'm gonna drop the temperature down, and I'm gonna add some fresh thyme.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Some crushed garlic.
Oh, with the hand.
With the
okay.
hand.
That's it.
That's a master
it.
skill.
I mean, you can do with the hand, or you can do with the knife as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's getting all that garlic flavor out of
Garlic,
there.
correct. It's gonna give a nice garlicky flavor and fresh thyme.
Okay,
And then
now
at
one
this
of my
point, I'm gonna
favorite
add
parts.
some butter. So
Some butter. Now we can add the butter.
Now you can have the roux, because the milk solids in the butter will burn if you put it in the beginning. So that's why he puts it now, and he's developing another layer, another flavor layer for the steaks.
Oh my gosh,
Right.
y'all,
Can you
this
smell
smells
it?
so good.
Can you smell it?
Stop it! You're killing me. Oh my god, so good.
Let me assure you, you don't have to get your face down there. We can smell it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna leave that to the pro.
and then when you can baste your steak with the butter.
Okay. So after one of these ladies hits you up, now that they all know you're single, how would you?
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for reminding me. Yeah.
How would you take it up a notch? In your own world, if you were, cooking a steak for a lady at your house, how would you do it differently than how you do it at work?
I will do exactly the same thing.
The same.
love it.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's it. Maybe I'll add a little bit more garlic because it's aphrodisiac.
Ah. Okay.
And Valentine's is
Yeah,
coming up,
right?
and we do have a Valentine's menu.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay, it's got steak on the menu somewhere?
It does.
Okay,
We
very
have a full
good.
menu and a Valentine's menu.
I love it. So if you don't want to deal with the smoke and everything else, just go ahead on over to Fielding's.
Yeah.
And y'all got some other things going on over there as well,
We
right?
do. These are some other dishes we serve at Fielding's Steak. So we have a full lunch menu, a full dinner menu, and these dishes are both available on both. This is a piri-piri chicken.
Nice.
And so that's finished in a coal-fired oven with a piri-piri sauce and a wild salad.
Gorgeous.
Hamachi with a grapefruit emulsion. So good. Fresh hamachi. And then flash fried Brussels sprouts made with a house-made bacon jam and finished with fresh grated grana padano cheese.
Okay, a mouthful right there.
I
and
know,
I
right?
would like to get my mouth on those as well.
Yep,
Perfect
absolutely.
with the steak for me. All right, Chef, are we just about done?
We're just about done.
Well, I cannot
It looks
wait
amazing.
to get into this.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
we're gonna take a quick commercial break while we finish up here. You guys will be back. Don't you flip on us. We'll be right back after this.
Come back to me.
Okay, steak's up. It is done. It looks so good, smells so good.
Amazing.
Okay, what are we finishing this with?
So all the steaks at Fielding Steak and at home, we would suggest the same thing. We finish the steaks with maitre d' butter, which is a classic French butter with a little bit of lemon, parsley, salt, and pepper. And we glaze all the steaks as they come off the grill, and it just adds another layer of flavor. Yep.
Okay, I'm ready
Yep.
for it.
Yep.
Okay, pass me those Brussels. We have to have those ready too. Okay, you guys can check out Fielding's. Check out Tall Plants. Thanks, Chris, so much for
Yes.
being here. And I think we got to add a little pepper on it too, right?
Yeah, we got
We do.
Y'all got the infamous pepper mill.
It is. People love this pepper mill. Adele and I had these made. It's a
love it.
Peugeot pepper mill from Paris, France.
All right.
And you'd be surprised. People need 2 people all the time to handle it.
I love it. Glad to be a part of a team. Okay, you
There we
guys,
go.
subscribe to our YouTube, Chattin with Chelsea. Keep up with us on social at Chelsea Show Fox, and we'll see you on the next Chattin with Chelsea.